no rooster calling morning, ain't no smoke rising straight, just the sound of empty rafters singing songs I can't escape. Fence posts lean like tide men, hay's gone thin, the ground's gone hard. Boots remember other footsteps, frozen still inside the yard. Cold winds, they know my name. Lantern swings but don't decide which way hope is gonna fall. Cold winds in the barnyard cry through the doors you left behind. Every nail and splintered beam holds a piece of this goodbye. Horses sleep with one eye open like they're waiting on a sign. I just pull my jacket tighter, try to keep you off my mind. Cold winds in the barnyard moan, tell me I ain't here alone. But every breath they borrow back leaves me standing on my own. When the doors don't close no more, the wind does what it wants. Every step sounds louder when nobody's round. Neon hums like it's tired of staying open all night. Neon hums like it's tired, staying open all night. Windows stare straight through me like they don't know my face. I keep walking. Bar stools hold old stories, names carved deep in oak. Even the jukebox listens, but it don't say a word. Lonely walk down Main Street, heart beating time with my shoe. I pass the life we talk about like it's yesterday's anew. Town clock says it's late again for dreams that never came. Every door I never knocked on still knows my name. Lonely walk Dawn finds me at the corner where hope used to meet. I turn my collar up and go, let the town keep sleep. Same street, different kind of quiet. Still leans the way it did. Rust don't mind the rain. Footprints fade before they land on the gravel lane. Swing don't move unless the wind says it's time to play. Even laughter learned to leave before it stayed. I stand still. Stand still. We used to fill this patch of ground with dust and borrowed names. Now the air just circles round like it's looking for a face. Empty yard without voices feels bigger every year. If silence ever had a sound, it'd be standing here. I call your name sometimes just to hear it land. A sound, same light, different day. And coffee cooled before I drank. Time just slipped away. And calendar still hanging straight. don't tell me where I stand. I've been waiting for a sign. Your coat's still on the kitchen chair, like you might come back in. I stare down at the wall so long I forget to blink. No hands on the clock, no reason to move on, when every hour feels the same and the night goes on and on. Hearts don't break all at once, they slowly wear thin. I'm trapped between a yesterday and what might have been. No hands, no sound, even prayers lost their pace. No hands on the clock, still I stay right here. If time ever finds me again, I hope it's gentle, dear. Some hours don't pass, they just sit beside you. They've been standing right there all week, like they're waiting on a sign. I don't move them, I don't speak, guess we're both out of time. Lonely boots by the door, don't know where to go. They remember every road I don't walk no more. Coffee cools on the stove, sun cuts through the screen. Everything's where you left it, like you still might step in. Bang the door, still waiting. Funny how the things we own learn to miss us too. They hold the shape of who we were long after we moved through. I could wear them out tonight, but I'd still come home alone. Lonely boots by the door, ain't complaining, just there, like they know some nights are meant to stay there. Turn out the light, they don't move. I turn out the light, they don't move. River keeps moving, I'm standing still. Mud on my boots, dawn in my eyes. I skipped a stone, watched Hope sing twice. Used to meet you where the cottonwoods lean. Now it's just me and the in-between. No one waiting by the river, no hands waving back at me. Current knows your name, not mine, carries it past county lines. I talk to water like it's you. It don't answer, just passes through. No one waiting, just the bend in the stream. Learn how to leave from the way you live, without a sound, without a step. If love's a shore, then I'm too late. Tide already chose his way. Just my shadow in the flow. No one waiting by the river. Just my shadow in the flow. Don't warm my hands, and I keep slipping like broken plans. If you ever come back looking for me, I moved on like the river did. Slips through the window frame, calls your name, I don't say a thing. Even the fire forgot its flame tonight. It's a cabin without laughter. Boys, remember what I can't. Every wall just leans a little, like it's tired of standing fast. Used to be boots by the door, now no more than dust. Silence, don't ask why. A cabin without laughter echoes deeper than before. I keep listening for a sound that don't live here anymore. If loneliness had hands, they'd rest on Someone stood up slowly and just stayed gone somewhere. Moonlight lays across the bed where we once laid our heads. Now the night just nods instead of sleep. No laughter in this cabin, just time knocking on the walls. Still I stay and call it home, even if nobody calls. Gravel talks under worn-out shoes. Moon don't say what I ought to do. Every mile just points me to nowhere. These are footsteps without an answer, calling out but nothing comes back. Just my shadow growing longer on this track. I knocked once on a door of trust, heard my name turn into dust. Learned some prayers don't mean much anymore. Silence knows my name. Footstep without an answer, echo where the hope ran thin. Like I'm walking toward tomorrow on yesterday's sin. If there's a voice on the other side, it don't hurry, it don't reply. Maybe some truths just choose to hide from me. Stars keep time I can't outrun. Road don't care where I'm from. Every step's another one alone. No amen, no sign, no sound, just my boots on stubborn ground. Footsteps without an answer, still going on. Smoke don't rise from the chimney, snow don't melt at the door. Even the walls stop listening to the sound of hope before. Ain't no fires in the cabin. I stacked the wood like you showed me, split it clean, let it dry. But a man everything you forget. No fires in the cabin, no hands to warm the night. The dark just sits and settles in like it's got every right. When the wind was just a sound, now it's louder than my heartbeat in this silence hanging around. Ain't no hands to feed the fire, ain't no sparks left to try. No fires in the cabin, just the truth burning dry. Cabin knows my footsteps, but it don't know where to go. No fires in the cabin. I leave the matchbox on the table, let the cold decide. Van's line runs from dusk to dusk. Posts still stand, but words don't cross. Used to wave across that wire, now the wind's the only boss. Silence learned the property line. Gate still creaks like someone's home, but no one's coming through. I talk to shadows leaning long, they don't talk back, they meant to do. It's a fence without neighbors now, just a line I can't erase. Got a piece of nothing here in this wide and empty place. Sunday bells don't reach this far. Roads forgot our given names. Even dogs don't wander by like they sense the loneliness. Daddy said land keeps its scars long after people move away. Guess I'm just another mark on a fence that learned to stay. It's a fence without neighbors now. No hellos, no goodbye. Just me counting empty miles under an open and dust. To dust. That saddle still hanging on the rail, leather cracked from dust and trail. One set of reins, one name I call, the barn just echoes, that's all. Some roads remember more than me. This is an empty saddle song, ridden slow, ridden wrong. Miles I ride with no one on, just me and what's been gone too long. Your boot prints faded by the creek, I still stop there every week. Horse knows a way we used to go, I let him lead, I don't say no. Some things leave but never move. Sunset burns the western sky like promises we didn't try. I talk to stars, they don't reply. Same as you, and same as I. They say time's a gentler hand, but it just loosens what we planned. I kept the tack, I sold the ring. Funny what a man can't bring. This is an empty saddle song, sung to nights that last too long. I hum it low till courage gone, trying to ride where I don't belong. I leave the saddle where it's from. Maybe the road's done, maybe I'm done. Every step sounds louder when nobody's around. Neon hums like it's tired of staying open all night. Windows stare straight through me like they don't know my face. I keep walking. Bar stools hold old stories, names carved deep in oak. Even the jukebox listens, but it don't say a word. Lonely walk down Main Street, heart beating time with my shoes. I pass That's the life we talked about, like it's yesterday's news. Town clock says it's late again for dreams that never came. Every door I never knocked on still knows my name. Lonely walk down Main Street, dawn finds me at the corner where hope used to meet. I turn my collar up and go, let the town keep sleep. Same street, different kind of quiet. Night came early on this road, stars too shy to show. Wind just passed me by again, like I didn't know. I kept walking anyway. Porch boards creak like old advice. Moon don't say a thing. A lonely lantern glow, holding off the dark. Ain't enough to light the way, but it warms the heart. I've seen brighter nights than this, when hands were warm and close. Now every step I take knows a way to go and slow. Some lights don't guide you home, they just prove you're still alive. Flickering between the fear and the will to try. Lonely lantern glow, don't leave me yet. Don't still fall, I can wait. Lonely lantern glow, burning through the night. If this is all the hope I get, I'll hold it tight. Some folks need the sunrise, some just need a light. Crosses lean toward each other, like they're whispering the past. grass grows high where we once stood. Sunday never lasts. Ain't no call for come as you are when nobody comes at all. Doors stay shut though it's daylight. Dust knows every pew. I bow my head out of habit, don't know what else to do. Empty churchyard bells don't ring for me or you. Faith just hangs in the silence like it forgot what to do. Mama's voice still in the rafters, singing soft and low. Now even heaven sounds careful when it lets the echoes go. They don't warn, they don't welcome, they don't mark the hours fail. All that's left to answer are empty churchyard bells. If prayer's just talking to the air, then I've been heard enough. Guess God's busy listening, or maybe I'm too rough. Empty churchyard bells. Wind moves through the steeple, that's the closest thing to sound. River keeps moving, I'm standing still. Mud on my boots, dawn in my eyes. I skipped a stone, watched hope sink twice. Used to meet you where the cottonwoods lean. Now it's just me and the in-between. No one waiting by the river, no hands waving back at me. Current knows your name, not mine, carries it past county lines. I talk to water like it's you, it don't answer, just passes through. No one waiting, just a bend in the stream. I learned how to leave from the way you left, without a sound, without a step. If love's a shore, then I'm too late. Tide already chose its way. Just my shadow in the flow. Moon in the water don't warm my hands. Night keeps slipping like broken plans. If you ever come back looking for me, moved on like the river did. Fire knows my name tonight. Logs crack slow like they remember. Hands reach out but find December. Rocking chair don't move a sound. Warmth don't mean you're not alone. I laid your coat on the old pine rail. Still smell like rain and a Sunday tale. Time keeps watch from the mantel clock. Every tick's a knock I don't unlock. Alone beside the hearth I stay, while the night burns hours away. Flame still dances, love don't start. Just a beating, quiet heart. They say fire keeps the cold outside, but it don't touch what you keep inside. I fed the flames with words I meant, watched them turn to ash and bend. Boots by the door, laces tied, like you might walk in anytime. The fire knows my name tonight, but it don't say yours. Alone beside the hearth I pray, not for you, just for the ache. Let this room forgive my heart. I'll still be here alone beside the heart. Killed without stories, just keeps me warm, not whole. Folded on the edge of an empty bed, colors faded, words unsaid. Every stitch knows where you've been, but none of them remember when. No name sewn in, no nights to tell. Mama used to hum while the needle ran, said every square's a piece of a man. Now it's quiet, thread runs cold, left with fabric growing old. A kill without story, don't hold the same. It keeps out the not the pain. I pull it tight against my chest, like memories know how to rest. But silence lays where laughter was, warmth ain't love, it never was. Maybe stories leave with time, maybe I just lost mine. All that's left is cotton and thread, and the things we never said. A kill without stories won't call me home. It keeps me warm, but I sleep alone. Frost on the window, still barely breathing. Night pulls the covers tighter than sleep. A lonely quilt of winter nights, stitched with days gone wrong. Every square remembers you when the house is dark and long. Mama's hands in faded thread sewed hope into the seams. I never learned to keep the warm, just learned how to dream. Still feel the cold get through. Funny how the thickest cloth can't block the truth. A lonely quilt of winter nights covers more than skin. It hides the parts of me that never let you in. Some folks pray to stay warm, some just learn to shake. I lie here counting breaths between the stitches you didn't make. finds the edges worn, threadbare where I lay. Another night survived is all I've gotta say. The quilt of winter nights knows my name. You don't ask questions, you just stay. Snow keeps falling, I don't move. Paint is peeling off the truth on a house I learned to wait. Curtains breathe but never move, like they know it's much too late. No one's looking now. Floorboards count the steps I took back when steps still meant a thing. Every room keeps its own echo, every echo's listening. I knock sometimes just to hear the sound. Empty windows facing nowhere, watching days just pass on by. They don't ask me where I'm headed, they just stare me down the line. Letters never left the shelf, names grew quiet on the wall. Even light forgot the doorway, like it never lived here at all. Still nobody's looking now. I ain't lost, I just ain't found. Some homes don't fall apart, they just don't make a sound. Empty windows facing nowhere, hold reflections I can't be. If I wave, they won't wave back, just a man I used to see. The house keeps watching long after I leave. Boots know past my heart won't say. Pines ain't leaning like they wanna pray. Every mile just fades to gray tonight. Lonely trails through the pine carry all these thoughts of mine. I walk slow, let time decide for me. Used to hear another step, laughing loud, no looking back. Now the woods just hold my breath with me. Some roads don't lead away, they lead within. Lonely trails through the pines, leave no mark, erase the signs. Every wrong and wasted time follows. I carved your name in falling bars, watched it blur into the dark. Guess even trees forget their marks too. Moon comes up, trail runs thin. I don't know where I've been, but the quiet's finally sinking in. No one calls, no one waits, just the wind and my own fate. Lonely trails through the pines still go on. Just me and the pines. Just me and the pines. Flicker like it's unsure. Could be a Porsche, could be a train, could be something more. One light in the distance keeps me on my feet. Even a maybe's better than accepting defeat. Boots worn thin by questions, road dust on my skin. I've been walking with my doubts like an old friend, babe. One light in the distance don't promise me home. It just says keep moving, you ain't alone. Maybe hope ain't loud or clear, maybe it's small, just enough to break the dark, not enough to fall. Night wind hums through open fields, calls my name once. I answer back with another step, that's enough. One light in the distance, and I'm heading that way. I don't need it to save me, to show me I can stay. I'm still burning, I walk. I came early on this road, stars too shy to show. Wind just passed me by again, like it didn't know. I kept walking anyway. Porch boards creak like old advice. Moon don't say a thing. A lonely lantern glow, holding off the dark. Ain't enough to light the way, but it warms the heart. I've seen brighter nights than this, when hands were warm and close. Now every step I take knows the weight of going slow. Some lights don't guide you home, they just prove you're still alive. Flickering between the fear and the will to try. Lonely lantern glow, don't leave me yet, don't still far. I can wait. A lonely lantern glow, burning through the night. If this is all the hope I get, I'll hold it tight. Some folks need the sunrise, some just need a light. Sun slid down the window pane, like it forgot to stay. Supper cooled on an empty plate. Another quiet day. The radio stayed on the shelf. Dust learned all its tune. Even the clock learned how to hum without a sound. Nights used to sing, we'd hum along to old timelines, off key but never wrong. And now the house just clears its throat and waits for what is gone. Quiet evenings without songs stretch a little long. When the tune you leaned on most is the one that's gone. silence ain't empty space, it's music laid to rest. I still hear you in the gaps between one breath and the next. Quiet evenings hold me on. I still tap my foot sometimes, then let it be. Quiet evenings without songs don't mean the love is through. It just learned a softer way of sounding like you. Some nights don't need a melody, they already remember. Floorboards don't complain no more when I cross the room at night. Walls just stand there holding air like they gave up on the fight. This place don't talk. Curtains hang like tired hands, afraid to wave goodbye. Even dust don't dare to move beneath this roof of quiet light. I keep waiting for a sound. It's a house without whisper, without secrets in the hall. No prayers left in doorways, no echoes on the wall. I leave the lights on in the day just to feel a little seen. Even shadows won't sit with me, they know what this house means. Homes are built from breath and sound, from names you softly call. Take the voices out of love, you're left with painted walls. It's a house without whispers, still standing tall and proud. Looks like home from the outside, but silence lives here now. Door still opens, but nothing answers back. One lonely star above the barn, still hanging on, like it don't know the night's too big to face alone. That lonely star above the barn knows how I feel, shining where nobody's looking, trying to stay real. Boots by the door, dust on my hands, day's finally done. I talk to the dark like it's a friend. When the work is gone, I look up, not down. Lonely star above the bud, don't ask for much, just keeps on burning in the cold, waiting on touch. Maybe light don't need a crowd to prove it's strong. Maybe some things are meant to last just barely long. Wind hums low through open doors, tin sings along. Even the barn feels smaller now since you're gone. There's a lonely star above the barn, and one in me. We both keep shining quietly where we're meant to be. Stars still burning, so am I. So am I. Morning breaks without a sound, just crows and tired air. Shoes I left back in that town when hope still lives somewhere. I thought pain would harden me, turns out it wears me thin. Lonely walks and barefoot dust, healing heart both torn. I keep walking 'cause I must, on roads where I was born. Stones remember every step, I wish I could forget. I ain't lost, I just ain't kept by anything yet. Sunsets low on open ground, my shadow walks ahead. I follow where I ain't found, chasing words I never said. Mama said put something on your feet before the world gets mean. I took her love but left the rest somewhere in between. Barefoot dust and lonely miles cut me just enough. I've been walking all this while, thinking I was tough. I don't ask where I've been, it just lets me pass. If I stop, I step on the porch would remember my way. Door don't open anymore. Guess it learned how to wait. Light's still on in the kitchen, but it don't mean a thing. Clock keeps talking to itself about the time you ain't been. I don't knock, I already know. Coffee cup by the window, ring stain never dry. Even the dust here settles like it's tired of trying. The silent step on the porch, even boards hold their breath. I come home the way I leave, with nothing left to say left. If I turn around right now, will the night notice me? Or am I just another sound this house forgot to be? Mailbox empty 3 days straight. Wind reads what I don't. Shadows lean against the door like they're stronger than hope. A silent step on the porch, no goodbye, no return. Even footsteps learn the truth, some places don't yearn. I stand where we used to stand, porch don't creak no more. Empty room, every step's a sound. Even my breath don't feel like mine when it hits the ground. Light switch clicks, but nothing changes. Just shadows moving slow. I sit where we never argue, 'cause we never got that far to go. I woke up on the wrong side of silence. No clock, no tune, just the echo of my own name bouncing around this room. Walls don't answer back. Cold floor, empty room, knows me better now. It don't ask me how I'm holding up, it just shows me how. Your side still marked in the dust where the bed once stood. I'd fill it with forgiveness if I could. There's a cold floor, empty room, and I'm still inside. If I lay down long enough, maybe it'll feel like I tried. Cold floor, empty room. Cold leaves piled up like borrowed time. Porch steps cold by 9:30. I checked that road like it owed me true. Every truck just passed on through. I kept the light on. Rust on the hinge, white paint thin. Old envelope sleep in a kitchen tin. Your handwriting fades in my head like things we almost said. No letters came this fall, not a word, not a line at all. Just the sound of October leaving and me learning how to stall. Mama says silence means move along, but silence feels like being wrong. I stood there every delivery day, watching hope turn brown and lay. The mailbox never learned my name, guess neither did you. I thought words had a way of staying once you set them free, but some goodbyes don't need a pen, they just stop coming to be. No letters came this fall, not even one to end it all. Just an empty box and colder days, teaching me to take the call. Winter's next, I'll stop checking soon. They say. Dust hangs where laughter lived, in the corners we once hid. Every word I never said still flows. It's just dust and quiet echoes of a life I used to know. They don't scream, they just let go, slow. Footsteps cross the wooden floor that don't belong here anymore. Even silence shuts the door behind me. Some rooms remember, even when we don't. Dust and quiet echoes stay long after words all fade away. I sweep the floor, they find a way back. I called your name into the hall, watched it crack against the wall. Guess some love just learns to fall apart. Light breaks in through cracked glass. Afternoon moves slow as past. I sit still, let the moment pass alone. Not much left but what I feel. Every loss that time can't heal. Dust and echoes, this is real now. Morning with no voice. Sun climbs on its own. I open up my mouth to pray, but the words stay gone. Coffee brews but don't wake me, just keeps time. Light slips through the curtains like it's asking if I'm fine. Used to hear you hum along with the day. Now the house wakes up in pieces and walks away. I try to speak, morning with no voice, just breathing down. Even the mirror waits on me to figure myself out. Maybe silence ain't the end, maybe it's the start, where you learn to listen close to your heart. If the words come back someday, I'll be near. Sun keeps rising, I breathe. By the doorway, covered in time. Ain't felt a footstep since you crossed that line. Empty boots in the dust, standing where you used to be. They don't walk, they don't run, you stare back at me. Wind keeps trying them on like it misses you too. Fence post leaning sideways, same way I do. Sun goes down on the fields, but never on you. Your shadow stayed longer than your goodbye. Now the dirt knows your name more than I. Empty boots in the dust, heels dug into the ground. They heard every promise that didn't stick around. If you come back wearing silence, I'll still know your sound. Even footsteps that ain't there leave marks all around. Sweep the porch at sundown, dust don't ever leave. Guess it's got more reasons to stay than me. Empty boots in the dust, ain't asking where you're gone. They just wait for a walk that ain't coming on. Night falls soft on the doorway, boots don't move, and neither do I. Fence line runs from dusk to dusk, posts still stand but words don't cross. Used to wave across that wire, now the wind's the only boss. Silence learned the property line, gate still creaks like someone's home. No one's coming through. I talk to shadows and lean along. They don't talk back, they never do. It's a fence without neighbors now, just a line I can't erase. I got a piece of nothing here in this wide and empty place. Sunday bells don't reach this far. Roads forgot our given names. Even dogs don't wander by like they sense the loneliness. Daddy said land keeps its scars long after people move away. I guess I'm just another mark on a fence to learn to stay. It's a fence without neighbors now, no hellos, no goodbye, just me counting empty miles under an open sky. Fence line runs from dusk to dusk.
Nobody sang at midnight when the clock hit 12 on the wall. Even the moon kept quiet, like it didn't care at all. Coffee gone cold on the stove, radio hums but won't talk. Old floorboards know every step, but tonight they just creak and stop. I waited for a melody, something to break the dark. Silence held the harmony and played it hard. Used to be a voice somewhere, used to be a tune. Nobody sang at midnight, no hymns, no broken tune, just my name in the empty air, fading out too strong. Listen twice as long. Now the night just stares right back at me, like I'm the one who's wrong. Porch light flickers, thinks about turning off and letting go. Even the wind walked past my door like it didn't know. Nobody sang at midnight, not even me this time. The clock keeps time for no one now. Midnight past, still no sound. Without a sound, just crows and tired air. Shoes I left back in that town, when hope still lives somewhere. I thought pain would harden me, turns out it wears me thin. Lonely walks in barefoot dust, healing heart both torn. I keep walking 'cause I must, on roads where I was born. Stones remember every step, I wish I could forget. I ain't lost, I just ain't kept by anything yet. Sun sets low on open ground, my shadow walks ahead. I follow where I ain't found, chasing words I never said. Mama said put something on your feet before the world gets mean. I took her love but left the rest somewhere in between. Barefoot dust and lonely miles cut me just enough. I've been walking all this while, thinking I was tough. And I don't ask where I've been, it just lets me pass. If I stop, I'll feel the ground. If I walk, I feel the past. If I stop, I'll feel the ground. If I walk, I feel the past. Yard still knows your shadow, where the maple leaves fall down. That bench keeps all the evenings when your voice was still around. An empty bench in the yard says more than words ever are. Coffee cups with chipped out rims I never threw away. I sit where you once leaned back and listened to the day. No goodbye carved in the wood, just a space where you belong. An empty bench in the yard holds the weight of broken hearts. Time keeps moving, but I don't, since the night you never called. Maybe love don't leave it in anger, maybe it just goes quiet, like a place you always pass by, but never sit beside. I fixed the fence last Sunday, like you said I always should. The hammer rang like memory through every piece of wood. Broke the bench in the yard, still waiting. If you ever pass this way, you'll know where I've been. Morning with no voice, sun climbs on its own. I open up my mouth to pray, but the words stay gone. Coffee brews but don't wake me, just keeps time. The light slips through the curtains like it's asking if I'm fine. Used to hear you hum along with the day. Now the house wakes up in pieces and walks away. I try to speak, morning with no voice, just breathing down. Even the mirror waits on me to figure myself